Today's video is a full walkthrough on how I edited this picture from start to finish. So if you're now starting up on how to edit your pictures in Photoshop or looking for some tips and tricks on how to edit your pictures, then this video is the right one for you. My name is Okodidi and welcome to my channel. Kindly like this video and don't forget to subscribe if this video was helpful to you. Now let's get started. To start with, I first make a duplicate layer of my background layer. Then I zoom in and out of my image to examine and plan how I will edit it. I then select the patch tool and start cleaning my background. I do this by circling the parts I don't like, then dragging it to cleaner areas of the image to replace it. I do this to the entire background to get a much cleaner backdrop. I decided to remove the softbox from the background using a different approach. So I selected the lasso tool, drew a circle around it to create a selection, right-click to bring up more options, then selected the fill option. This brought up the fill pop-up. With the contents I were already selected, I then clicked on OK to fill it up. This uses clean areas around where I already selected to fill the portion I circled around. It filled it up nicely for most parts, but not fully, so I went back to the patch tool to select and drag to cleaner areas like I was doing before. I proceeded to clear up other parts of the image and the result was pretty acceptable for starters. So let's proceed to the next part, which is frequency separation. I already have this step created in an action form for fast editing. You can check out the link in the description box for download. I have this in my action panel, so I open it and click on it to play. With the color layer selected, I select the patch tool and did a quick clean up at the base of the hair to clean up. I repeated this with the texture layer selected as well. I then select the mixture brush tool and select the color layer back to start my skin smoothing. I then brush gently over her entire skin to create that soft, dreamy, smooth skin all over. This step is a little bit tricky, so I will advise you check out other skin retouching videos I created specifically for this step to fully get the concept of it. I will proceed to do this to her entire body for this step. Afterwards, I selected the texture layer to clear up some pimples and unwanted wrinkles and imperfections on her face using the spot healing brush tool. I selected the color layer one more time, and this time, with the mixture brush tool selected, I went ahead to smoothen the hair a little bit more. From there, I moved to the action panel again. I have an action for teeth and eye cleaning, so I selected to play it. You can find this action in the link below as well. From there, I selected the brush tool, and with the layer mask selected, I zoom in and brush off the teeth and eye to whiten them. I added an extra curve layer to brighten it up a little bit more. So back to the frequency separation layers. I selected the mixture brush tool again and brushed over the background to smoothen it much more and get an even backdrop color. Over here, I played my dodge and burn action and then used the brush tool to brush over her face and any part I wanted to dodge and burn. I went back into my fragrance separation layers to further smoothen my background. At this point, I wanted to add some floating fabric effects to my image to make it more interesting. I downloaded some floating fabric on my PC, so I located it and selected one for this effect. I dragged and dropped the one I wanted to use on my document. Then used the transform and warp handles to drag and position it to the way I wanted. Afterwards, I cut out my image and marked it behind my model. I then selected the color balance adjustment layer to color correct the tones of the fabric to match the image. I then dragged and dropped another fabric into my document and then used the transform and warp handles to drag and position it to fill the lower parts of the image again, and then color corrected that too by placing both fabrics in a group and clipping the color balance layer to this group. I then added blur effects on it to create an accurate visual effect. Then everything was looking great. I dragged some color grading effects from another Photoshop document and applied it to it, and my image was looking just great. I love this edit very well, and this is what I got. I hope you loved this tutorial. For more retouching videos, check out this video over here and playlist near, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.